Let's do it.
Greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for being here to watch us live. And also, thank you to everybody who is going to watch the replay of this. I am stumbling over my words because I am here with the woman, our sister, who was responsible for the growth that you see in me. Like, if it wasn't for her, it'd just be a scary thought on where I would be. Right now, we are here with our Cathey. I know you.
Wow.
Some of y'all are already subscribers to her. Many have subscribed to me because of her, and vice versa. But this is the beautiful woman who is responsible for welcoming me to a sisterhood that has just built me up, that has changed my life since 2015, when I was just now, getting my African mind right. I didn't have any examples. I heard your voice on Jason Black's broadcast, and it was
Yep.
right after you had your son. I was in
Yep.
Honolulu, Hawaii. I remember the day, the weather, everything, and I heard your voice. When you said it was Art Cathey, I ran to Facebook, subscribed, and been hanging on to every single word. I'm not gonna talk this to death, but oh my gosh, I got the chance to meet you right before I had just
Yeah.
moved to Georgia, and you were leaving Georgia for Africa, and we just met. And if I could
Right.
just talk, I mean, if I could just talk for a moment, what I was feeling as I was driving to the spa, and then as I'm walking through, I'm like, "Hi, I'm here with Art Cathey's party." I walk back, and I'm like, just butterflies." And I looked through the door, and I felt your energy before I even saw you. But when I saw you, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just like I can even describe it. That was like the best day of my life. And then also too, you left me with a sisterhood here. Like, everybody has followed my journey. I drove across country, and you left me with a family. You left me with a sisterhood here. So I just want to share you and have you talk about your journey, everything you talk about in your life. I'm like, I did that too. Me too. It's such a coincidence. We're both December Sagittarius with our Pisces moon. Just about everything. We both worked in aviation. Just everything. Oh my God, it's so scary. But now to have us both here tonight, when I message you, we're like planning this for the future. You're like, shoot, I can go live tonight. I'm like, let's do it. And one thing before I be quiet for a little bit is today is the birthday of Malcolm X, this great brother. And one of his most powerful speeches, I had the honor to recite his speech last year for Malcolm X Day, and it was, "Who taught you to hate yourself?" And I just want to say, Art, you are the woman who taught me to love myself. When I shaved off all my hair to put on a bikini and go live. I mean, you do that. I haven't done that yet, but I'm just saying, to have the confidence to be proudly a Black woman, to reclaim who we are, to reclaim our spirituality, the things that others have said was demonic about us. You taught me to love myself, and I love you so much, and I thank you. Everybody, this is our sister, Art Cathey.
That's so real. Like, it really humbles me to just see my reflection,
Mhm.
sitting here doing her thing, because I feel the same about you. I don't have any sisters, and you
Mhm.
are that little sister I would be so proud to have, for sure.
Mhm.
And I see you rocking and rolling, doing your thing, and full of so many gifts and talents. And I almost feel like that auntie that just want to make sure you use all of them. Because I see it, I
Yes.
see it for you, and I see it in you, and you just impress me more and more. I'm grateful to have you. Y'all don't even know how much this young lady helps me behind the scenes, but she definitely does. I mean, with my videos, the editing, you get to see me be vulnerable and go into a world that's uncharted territory for me. So I appreciate how you expanded my game and horizons, because iron sharpens iron, and Sag is, we're about expanding each other and lifting each other up. So you do
Mhm.
that for me. But I appreciate the fact that you do find my journey one that inspires you, because like you said, we have so many places that we've done and gone that were very similar. I was a flight attendant for a
Mhm.
very long time. I became a flight attendant after 9/11, 2001,
Mhm.
and then I left in 2011, and I started this whole life coaching, date coaching, matchmaking thing. And that's where it all began for me. But I really got to see my gifts as an entrepreneur and leaving corporate America, or corporate plantation, as we call it. But, I'm humbled by it all. And I can only say that it's been the strength of people, strength of my friends, the strength of my ancestors, and me taking heed to what they were saying that's gotten me so far. And I can't do this without a community. So, I have to thank you and everybody that supported me, because I feel like I'm crowd surfing on Black people right now. I found out, like, wow, Black people do support each other. You write a book, you start a piano, we do support. This is great. So being here in Africa, that whole journey, coming here, took Black empowerment to the next level. Because America had me angry, very angry. You can see it in my videos. I'm going hard against white supremacy, but it's not that it doesn't exist, but it's definitely been a shift in my own personal journey, my own spiritual journey, to relax and balance my own temperament, but to start listening to what my ancestors wanted me to do and start fulfilling my purpose. And that, I got to see that take off big time. Just setting foot in Africa, I've gotten to see the promises of my ancestors and the promises of the nation. So that's been amazing. And I'm just glad I could share it with an even bigger platform, because it's time for our people to take Black empowerment to the next level. We need to know it's somewhere that you can go to have peace. You don't have to fight all the time. There is a community that's sustainable. We're rebuilding industries out here unbothered. We ain't got to worry about being another Sandra Mar Arbery. We don't have to worry about that out here, but they're not going to let y'all see that. They're not going to tell us that at home in the States. They got us worried about ratchetry and love and hip hop, but out here it's a completely different context in the Gambia. And for me, just being here in 2 months, roughly 2 months, it's been incredible for my temperament. First of all, what the hell should I be looking at this camera? Is it this way? Should I be looking this way?
I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at the screen. I think if I'm looking at the camera, it'll look a little weird, but
I think I look cute and everything, but I don't know if I'm here.
Okay. I see you. Hold on, I see you, but I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at you.
Right. Look, I can't see no comments either, but I'm glad to be in a place where I can just be at peace. My temperament, I know I can birth, our next child in a peaceful place. And by the way, we're not doing that until we get some doulas. We need some doulas over here. Okay, because we need a lot of things here. We need a nail shop right now. Like, it's another planet out here in Africa, and it's definitely gave me an opportunity to take, what I was doing to the next level, and to really start getting on with my life and what that community and new Black society looks like, because we're rebuilding that new Black society and everything I talked about in my book. We just realized that America was a burning ship, and we could totally take advantage of this continent and this whole world, and go anywhere we want, because we are indigenous to the planet. So I figured that it's best for us to come to our ancestral lands and come to the part of the planet where they're not killing us.
Right. Absolutely.
We can just relax and be at peace, but it's a beautiful relationship that's formed. Pan-Africanism is very much alive and well within our brethren and sisters here on the continent. We have something called MadeInAfricaProject.com, brother RJ Maji. He's here. It's a huge organization, and what they're doing is a mass exodus plan to move 1 million Black families back to the continent. So you guys need to go to MadeInAfricaProject.com. We're also going to be doing a live, Zoom telethon seminar on the 25th and the 26th. It's got all the biggest YouTubers in Africa and everybody from Umar Johnson to myself. 6 goddesses is going to be on the panel. So it's a lot of people that are talking about African and Black empowerment together, and what that looks like as far as helping 1 million families repatriate back to the motherland.
That is so beautiful. I'm glad you said that, because I've been listening to the David Banner podcast, and if he's my husband in my mind, but he just did.
That's a good match. Continue.
Okay. Definitely. Thank you. And also to make sure you hit up Art for your natal chart reading. We had one last year and it was just like the gates to my life was locked. But once I had that reading with Art, and it was right before I did my first cross country drive. And it just freed up everything. Like everything you told me in that reading, I was taking notes. Like I had this.
I had to take these moments. I was like, oh. First of all, you were sad, so that you bring it like, but the
December 1st, December 3rd.
Oh my God, the creativity. And then I looked at your channel and see what you're doing. I'm like, there it is. You got many layers of talent, baby. Y'all ain't even seen Taisha yet. You know, you have so many layers of evolution still to come.
And that's what you said. You said, thank goodness for evolution, because, oh my gosh, I just shared a picture today of me when I went to Omaha, Nebraska for to stand at the birthplace of Malcolm X. And I'm looking at myself like, dang, I look like my tether. Like I've been through some stuff, you know. Yes, I do. I look like my tether, man. Life was just draining the heck out of me, and you know, just really released a lot of stuff. The picture that you painted for me when you were doing my reading, I'll share this. You stated, and this was before you knew like anything like really about me. We just knew that, you know, I'm December 1st, you December 3rd, and you know, we were both about Black empowerment. You stated the person for you wants to land on your airfield. It is a bunch of debris out there. And when you said it, it would have flew over somebody else's head. But me having that aviation background in the Navy, we always had to do a 5 walk down before we did flight ops. So we got to get shoulder to shoulder and look for any little thing to pick up, because one little, let's say a foamy earplug can take a whole plane down. So the baggage that I had in my life at that time would just ruin another person that came into my life innocently. And you encouraged me to clean that up and really just be at my best. So
right, that's
right, right here.
You know, we can't do any old kind of person, right? And so you're either going to eclipse the average person, or you're going to be fully clear and open for the king to see you, because we can't even entertain a lot of court justice because we're not really ready to see just how brilliant and bright you really are. Absolutely. And you know, that's part of that Pisces that kind of plays down, and you know, white supremacy had you scared. Fear is a very real disease that we also got as slaves in Africa.
Right.
When you move past that, and even Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X said, the secret to life is to live with what? No fear.
Fear. No Absolutely.
Fear. So once we check that fear and we're okay with who we are unapologetically, that is also, we can clear away. We don't even care if you like it, if you have money or not. We're only going to have the people attracting to us that are just as clear and dynamic as we are. And we have to have that, or else we'll trample everybody else. You know, and sad, we don't get it together. They'll stay single for a long time because they have very alpha female energy. And so, you know what I mean? Like, so even in America, it can be hard to create a relationship context or to see each other even because of the gender war, because of how they kind of do our minds. You know, we stressed out half the time with bills and financial. You know, so it's really not a good, healthy context to even foster a good relationship a lot of times. It's very toxic. So I even found out here it's so much healthier. This is why one of the reasons I came, so I could become a better mother, better wife, better lover, sister, better friend. So my temperament is calm, but I didn't realize I was fighting so much. And then I just started listening to my ancestors, and I removed myself from the burning house and came to paradise. So. What they say in the comments? I can't see them.
And that was one thing too. I want to definitely talk about, you know, repatriating back to Africa. Like I said, I was listening to the David Banner podcast, and he had John Sally on there. And John Sally was talking about if he could, you know, do things over again in life, he would have definitely bought land and invested in Africa. And I know you have that opportunity available for us. Can you tell us more about investing in Africa? I definitely want to get on board so that we have a home to go to. So you know how other people have their homes. We are investing in building up our homes because of you. So thank you.
Yes, and you're welcome. Listen, guys, I realized once I got off the plane and in my first few days here why they didn't want us to be here. It's because it's a wide open field. If you can imagine the desert before it became Las Vegas, that's what it's like. And so if you don't have the type of vision to be able to create, even when they said it's just a desert, you're going to lose out on this opportunity. Let me tell you who's not missing out on the opportunity. It's the Asians, it's the Arabs, it's the Europeans. They are out here and they have been taking advantage of Africa, but they made sure they kept us in the dark and didn't want us to connect with our brothers and sisters and to connect to back home so they didn't even see how rich and abundant it is out here. We have that opportunity of monopoly right now. All of these houses, our US dollar stretched 48 times to 50 times. So one of our US dollars is about 50 of their Delasi here. So you can imagine we are the prize when we come back. We are the Black aristocrats, the Black upper class, and there is a real Black privilege here. When you have a culture of people that are living hand to mouth, you don't come to Africa looking for jobs, you come to Africa to create jobs and industry. So what we've done is we have an investors club with the Womb School, and we have ownership of vacation rentals as well as compounds that are huge. You can pay as low as $150 to $300 a month, and these are going to be places that are transitional housing as well as investment opportunities as well. So we have the beach bar investments too, so they can go to artcatheyhills.com to see all of our investment opportunities. And so far we have about 75% of all of our projects funded, and we need more people to come on board and take advantage of this opportunity. We have this vacation rental that's in a dope area. We just got ownership of a 5-bed, 4-bathroom compound. That's beautiful. They can go to the YouTube channel and see our dramatic makeovers that we're doing. So we're making ourselves the Airbnb for repats, which, as you know, is a $1 billion industry. So taking control of the real estate market by coming in and investing because it's so cheap here, that's just an easy plan. And within that, we have a sustainable community as well. So if people want to come and repatriate to Africa and they don't know what to do, you can be a house manager of one of our properties. You can also be useful with all of your skills and talents. So we have a full infrastructure that we're creating here day by day and a team. So I'm excited about everything that we're doing.
Beautiful. I just want to say you are creating a place for us to go. I'm looking at the prices too. I'm like, dang, to have this mega mansion, and it's not no struggle mansion, it's the real deal. Your HGTV renovations are amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have had art, design my house. But
girl, it's this first one, the 2-bedroom apartment, that was cool. We did it. It was wonderful. Love it. This next one is big. It's got private balconies. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot, but we have a team, and that's what I like about being here and having people on my team. Quasi Boyd, who's always been the best business coordinator for me ever since we connected. We have so many good people that are willing to get that brush, that broom, the paint. It's nothing. When you are helping create jobs for people in the Gambia, they want you to come with your energy, your resources, make it better. They know we're ready to come home.
Yes. That is amazing. And, I want to touch on one of the events you had back in, I think it was 2017, you had your spiritual retreat. And I foresee coming up, another retreat for us to come over to Gambia. So let me know who has their passport. Type in the comments if you're part of the passport squad. And I have a surprise for you, Art. I have someone here, our fellow womb sister, that wants to get on and talk a little bit and really share some stuff with us, because this is all about you. Like, you just don't know how many lives you touch. You know what I'm saying? We were talking a while ago. I'm like, Art's ears is probably ringing because we're talking about her. But, we just honor you, and having a sister like you to connect. Like I said, when I got here, you provided a sisterhood for me. And you're doing so much with us and showing us this true sisterhood. So before I say anything else, I'm going to add someone here. And this is your fellow sister.
How are you? It's good to see you.
And who we have here, this is Lasagna McDonald, our fellow womb sister, my fellow Navy sister. She's here, so I'm going to shut up. There you go.
December. It's power.
December babies. There we go.
That's right. That's right. So, yes, I just wanted to get on, Art, and tell you I love you so much and that I appreciate you because in December 2017 is when my journey really began with you. But it all started with one of those videos, September 21st of 2017. Yes, I remember the date. And I remember everything in my life being in shambles. I didn't care. I wanted to give up. And I saw one of those videos, and I'm so proud of your transformation because you were like going in and you were like, share this video. And you were like, going in. And it was just something about that video spoke to me. And I just knew that I said, I have to become friends with her. And when I went on your page, you had 5,000 friends. Okay. And I was like, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. And 2 days later, I heard, which I now know were my ancestors. They said, go back to her page. I went back to your page and you had 4,999 friends. And at that point, I knew that our connection was going to just soar from that point on. And I just appreciate you for allowing me to be the woman I am today with all my fabulousness and loving all of my melanin. Because of you, I'm at the point where I am now of loving me. And I just wanted to get on and tell you that I love you so much for everything you've done and for you leading me to fulfilling my destiny. So I love you. And I didn't want to make you cry, but I had to get on. I appreciate you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart.
That means everything to me because I know I saw it in her and I was like, oh girl, I said, you're going to be my front runner. She did a detox program, and the way she did it, it was very military. When late December people get their mind to do something, I said, that's the December, that's the champion, plus the greatest of all time. Remember I told you that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I said, you have both. I said, that's the LeBron James, the Denzel Washingtons, the late, and even Cheryl Lee Ralph, those late December people have an extra bit of greatness to them. And I just saw it for you. And I just thought you were so pretty as well. And I just saw you just keep going with your body. Then I told you, I said, we are champions. We can do fitness competitions. And this woman did a fitness competition in place. It's not that many Black women that can ever get in a bikini again over the age of 25, let alone 45.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you looking real good. And I said, if you give me credit for that, like I'm doing something right. So, if I can look at y'all and see my reflection of y'all, man, I won.
Yes.
I won.
And we appreciate you. We appreciate you for everything.
That's what happened. You feel I'm celebrating you. You don't supposed to brag. You don't supposed to rub. You pat. Yeah. You pat. Woo!
Yes, we're celebrating you, and we really appreciate you so much, Art. We really do. So, yes, thank you. Thank you
so much, girl.
Woo! You're welcome.
That woman there, I'm telling you, like every time I ran into her in Atlanta, I was just like, oh my God, I always ran into her. When I don't really like running into people like that, I would run into her. But just warm, and I just remember thinking to myself, wanting to be that man for you. It's like when you are a matchmaker, you know what they need because you have to be a part of them. You know what I mean? You have to love them and see a man loving them. I'm like, oh, I know why he's gonna love you. Oh, you a sweetie. It's I got to have that relationship with you too. And you were open and vulnerable. And you were one of the sweet Black women because we got ratchetry in the sisterhood. And I don't deal with all the ratchetry. So you're precious, you're really sweet. You know what I mean? Like it's the inner purity and you actually belong here. And I know you coming here. but it belongs on the continent. It's untainted, you know, it's very pure to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. I didn't mean to make you cry. You know, I love you. We cried when I first met you at the retreat.
Lasanya, before I let you go, I just want to let everybody know that we have plans. Lasanya and I, we have a plan tomorrow to go live. One thing I want to talk about, I haven't mentioned so far, is that Art and Lasanya are both authors, okay? Make sure you pick up their books. We're going to put the links in the description. Like my sisters, they have books out here, okay? So you can pick these up.
Your book was good too, girl.
Yes.
Thank you. Because of your push made me make sure I could do that. That let me know that I could do it. So, yes.
So, Lasanya and I, we will be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. We just planned this out, and this is long overdue. And this would not be possible. Like, there was no way to go live and talk about this unless we got Art right in the middle, because she connected us. I would not have known you unless it had been for Art. Art really, she has a way of seeing something in us and, you know, really, you know, just getting it out and like, look, living your purpose, do what you're supposed to do, touch lives. And, you know, if it was not for you, I would have not known Lasanya and had Womb Sisters. Another one of our Womb Sisters that I want to get on here is Danae. I actually met Danae before we met. So yes, me and Danae go make this happen soon. No, she's not here. I'm not gonna make you cry.
I was about to really lose it. It was gonna be fire all across the board. You know, she's a Leo, and I love my Leos as much as I love December women.
Right. So yeah, I'm not gonna make you cry, but I'm just saying, you've connected me with sisters that are really helping me shine. Like I do not have to repress who I am. I have to conform to fit in with this crowd. I am my own crowd, you know what I'm saying? And you really taught me how to stand 10 toes down, be unapologetic, fearless, not give a crap. And whenever I'm outside walking around, now that my feet are planted in Georgia, like you know that no fear. I remember your live videos on Facebook, walking around the lake, you know, doing your daily walks. And so I'm like, okay. Here it is. I want to tell y'all right now, holding the phone like that and walking, that's tiring. I couldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? And I hold shotguns and rifles. That stuff hurt. Like you switch arms, you be out of breath, but Art be out there doing it.
Like I look back at that like, what? Like, it's a whole nother woman. Like, girl, I'm sitting down. Girl, do you see me? Yes. Perched, girl. Listen, I don't even raise my voice here. I don't even raise my voice. It's no reason to. Girl, this peak. But it's like the healing journey has been real, you know, getting in touch with things that I needed to let go of in my life, and you know, being humbled by such pure people around you and having the responsibility of fulfilling your purpose and building and continuing to go forward. But I'm telling you, now I see what Village is about more here, and what sisterhood really looks like, and I can accept love now, because I think I know America had me so upset. Oh my God. That PTSS was so real.
Yes.
You know, and now the beauty of sisterhood and the beauty of us and Black people, you know, I just love where I am. And I love the fact that I have a support system with you, with the other Womb Sisters. You know, like all I needed was some front runners, because eventually I said, I knew y'all were going to be my personal inner circle. You know what I mean? Like that's what this is all about. I mean, it's all cute to have YouTube channels, but girl, I'm just trying to have a personal inner circle, have these babies in this village. We can't do this by ourselves.
Right.
And that's the one disease to make us think that we ever could. It's all about this right here. This right here.
Absolutely. So I tuned into you in 2015. Lasanya said she tuned in in 2017.
Yes, September 2017.
So can you share with us, like we know, and those who don't know, you know, your original home is Birmingham, Alabama. And then, you know, you made Atlanta your home. Now Gambia is your home. Can you tell us what was going on in your life that got you on this path, you know, when around that time, 2015, you know, to 2017?
Yeah, that's a very good place to start too. I think around that time, that was right when I had started Ancestral Arranged Match, and I was doing don'tdatelosers.com. So in 2011-ish up until 2013, 14, I was doing singles events with don'tdatelosers.com and really focusing on everybody in Atlanta, the professional singles in Atlanta. But Atlanta's population is mostly Black, so I started to really focus on a niche population of Black people. Well, then as I got more conscious and I had Garvey, you know what I mean, and Ian got conscious and we started watching Hidden Colors, you know, all that type of stuff. All the way up, you know, we named our son Garvey here.
There we go. Love him.
All the way in. So that for me was when I took that shift. It was a paradigm shift into just my people, into understanding white supremacy, into understanding, wait a second, you know, being a mother is a very powerful thing. Black love is the ultimate weapon. And then I became very passionate about putting us together because it's now a revolution to get us back together, because that's the whole agenda, was to keep us separated. So I said, all right, something the ancestors, I knew it was, this is before I got deep into ancestral work, Ancestral Arranged Match. And so I put up the mission and what we were doing, and I wanted to make sure I focused on being more authentic to me this time, because when I was doing the date coaching and matchmaking, I didn't get into Zodiac at all because I didn't want people to get weirded out. Isn't that funny? I wasn't even in touch with myself enough back then. I wasn't talking nothing about science. So I said, you know what? With Ancestral Arrangement, I'm going to get serious about that. It's a science to compatibility. It's spiritual compatibility. It's levels to this. There's core compatibility. I want to really open up and be myself and talk about how I want to focus on specific Black people that were brilliant intellectuals. It wasn't just for Black people now. It's for a specific type of Black person. So as I got more conscious and more awakened, I started to see what type of Black people they needed to be. You know, we don't do swirlers. We can't do women that want to change their phenotype with blue contacts and blonde hair. We can't do women that have a vitriol toward Black men that are essentially anti-survival or feminists. Those things I started to learn. So those nuances had to be addressed when it came to compatibility and this whole dating conversation, because we're not having a real conversation if we're not talking about Black people and why we're having so many issues in our love life and what that agenda even was. We can't talk about, oh, well, why do men cheat and what's going on with these men? We need to talk about, why is the attitude like this? Why are we in a gender war? When did the gender war start? And why is it beneficial to the dominant society for us not to be married and not to be together? That's when things started to change for me. So here I am, doing Ancestral Arranged Match, and I met Chief Montana online, and he saw I was doing Ancestral Arranged Match, and we talked on the phone, and that's when everything shifted for me. My family was going through an upside down, you know, period, to where, you know, my man wasn't making money, and I was pregnant, and we had just had Garvey, and I was depressed, and all kinds of stuff was going on. But what happened was I realized that gave me an opportunity to start getting real and to write the book. It just so happens that the book came around that time during one of the worst times in our family's life, so we thought. But what was happening was my ancestors were putting me on a path to really getting everything that I really wanted. And they were arranging things for me. So the ancestral work with Chief Montana, getting divinations and starting to get the communication with my ancestors, was the very thing that got me to remove myself from a prison and to give me power that I can go and tap into anytime I need it. Because I realized that's the missing link for a lot of us conscious people. We can be conscious, having chakras and yoni eggs, but if we don't know how to connect with our ancestors and communicate with them, we're just really swirling around in circles, and it'll show in the evidence of our life as well, you know. But it took it to the next level, definitely, when I set foot on my ancestral soil here in Africa. Really, I got to see the promises of my ancestors and why they really didn't want us to come back here. So I hope that answered a lot of things. I mean, I skipped through TV, radio. I feel like I've lived like 8 lifetimes for a 38-year-old woman. Like, I've been a flight attendant, jazz musician, been in TV and radio, you know what I mean? Life coach, date coach. I mean, I did everything except be a pilot. But that's really how I could kind of make my journey concise. But it's all about our roots, our ancestors, and fulfilling our divine purpose. This is about nothing else other than that. And when you know what it is, you can be comfortable, you can be free, you can have clarity, and that's just where I am now. And as I said, before we have this next baby, we need some Black doulas over here and midwives, because baby, I ain't going to no hospitals. I'm straight. I could do an unassisted birth, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
Just want to give a quick shout out to our fellow womb and December Sagittarius sister, Karen. She wants to join, but however, she's at work. And I just want to say thank you so much. I love you.
Yes, thank you.
And yes, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. This is amazing. So yes, as I stated, Lasagna, we will be live tomorrow right here on Taisha Essex on YouTube. And of course, Art, be prepared. Your ears are going to start ringing because we're going to give you a shout out as always. But I just want to say thank you for connecting Lasagna and I, and really sisterhood here. Like, you did not just uplift and be about self. You left something here, and you planted something in all of us. And this is spring. You know, they say April showers bring Mayflowers. We're here. Here's all of your Mayflowers popping up. Okay, like, we are here because of you. So thank you for allowing us to bloom, and thank you.
We all got on red lips. Did you notice that?
Getting our grown woman out. See, we here.
Let's talk with red lips.
Yes, she did. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Thank you, Lasagna, and thank you to our sister Karen. Thank you so much. We love you, and be safe, okay?
Love you too. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
So
I'm going to just make a quick edit.
But sweet. Oh my God, let me get a napkin. I don't know. I like this little glisten I got going on.
It's glow. I got it too, you know what I'm saying? But it's hot down here, like I'm sweating out all my natural deodorant. But I think you might want to go get that napkin real quick, because I'm not done with the surprises, all right? So we'll take a minute, and I'll let everybody know how to subscribe to your channel. Everybody go ahead and subscribe to Art Cathey on YouTube, okay? Art Cathey on YouTube, Facebook, and she's also Ancestral Arranged Match on Instagram. Here is her book, An Intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Womb Cleansing. This book is available on Amazon. I will put a link in the description, or if you happen to want to go ahead and get it, go ahead and search our previous videos and you'll find a link, okay? Now, I want to tell you, like I said, a couple of months ago, I had took a trip down to California. I had flew down there for a job interview. However, as I stated, with the sisterhood, and shout out to one of our sisters, I'm not sure if she's watching, but D Tubman, shout out to D Tubman. D Tubman, you've seen her name on Tariq Nasheed, his live stream. She's a moderator over there. Art Cathey named her the urban stenographer, all right? Because she has archives of all videos, everything that you can reference. She's like a walk-in college paper, okay? She can find a reference. She know what minute mark the video said this. D Tubman is amazing. So I just want to say shout out to our brothers. Today we honor brother Malcolm X, but I want to also give honor to Jason Black at the Black Authority here on YouTube, because that's where I heard Art Cathey's voice for the first time. Shout out to our brother Jason Reed. He has a channel here on YouTube, but he's also on Facebook. Just unapologetic, our fellow Navy brother. We have another brother who just had a birthday. His name is Marvelous Marvin. Okay. And speaking of Marvelous Marvin, happy birthday. We have his queen here. So, Art, I'm glad you got that tissue. So there you go. Sister the name right.
I look a mess. I just got done walking. So I just got back from a little 4-mile walk. So I look a mess. Art, you look fabulous. We were just saying, like, man,
you guys, I miss you guys so much. It's so good to see you.
dude, you look great. Melvin and I was just telling, like, man, Art really got out at the great time, man. She's like, like she's out there in the whole Black nation, just living her best life, you know.
And you know, I wish you was here tonight. You would love it. You and Melvin would love it.
It looks nice. We definitely are going to take a trip. We were talking about, you know.
You better come out here tonight. You better come out here tonight.
We will. You know, now they've restricted passports, so I don't know when we're going to be able to do that. So we'll see.
Right. Girl, I sent you a message on your WhatsApp a few weeks ago. I was like, Danae, check your WhatsApp, because I asked how you was doing. I had checked on you and everything.
Oh, I unsubscribed from that. That was just at one time, but I can keep it on there.
You did this to me at one time. I know. It's okay.
Yeah. You out there in your African garb, looking like a queen.
Okay, the garb is real. The garb is so real.
It fits you. It fits you perfectly.
I feel like it does. Like I honestly, like I just want to stay like this. I don't want to wear my clothes. I just don't.
Right.
I'm not like this is so much better than my clothes. Like seriously.
Right. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
$20, girl. We rich today out here. We are rich.
I bet. Do you feel that they're welcoming to you? Like, I mean, how is it as far as like? Okay. All right.
They're the sweetest people on earth.
What was that?
They're the sweetest people on earth. They're like so happy like to see us because they know we have money and they know we're coming with good energy. Because when we're here, we're usually doing something positive for the most part. You know, when we're here,
right? But
they don't know anything different. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even believe the hype on no beef amongst us. I was expecting a little bit more, but no, like they really trying to eat and trying to see how they can help you.
Oh, really? Okay. Are they open to more Americans, Black Americans going into Gambia? Are they open to us coming there? Is that?
Yeah. Like it's so open. You're gonna laugh when you get here. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? These people are like, it doesn't even compute. Like I know what you mean, but like they're not even thinking about it. We're more angry and charged than they are. That's what I learned, right? Like with our temperament, they are a lot slower. Everybody is about like 9 to 13 years old, mentally and emotionally. No joke, and that's no tea, no shade. Right. But they're very different. So it's a purity and an innocence there. For Gambians, I'm noticing about Gambians particularly.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, I think we're so charged up because of the ones that come over here make it seem like everything over there is like that they have like this disdain for us, So that's good to hear.
I would have thought so too, but like it ain't even like that. Like I can't speak for anywhere else. I can speak for Gambia. Gambians, it's not Nigeria, it's not Ghana. So you know what I mean? The landscape may be different with the people, but I know Gambians, it's like 1909, girl. They just looking for some bread.
Oh wow!
Literal bread to eat.
I mean, are you seeing any of the? Because I remember that scathing article that came out about the Gambia and the pedophilia and all that. You see anything like that out there?
I haven't seen anybody do it in front of me, but I do know that it's here, and I can see the Europeans. I can just spiritually see the ones that's on that. One of the people in my camp, I'm not going to go into too much about it, but they're being dealt with, basically.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, they're being dealt with. Because we're coming with a different energy. So I know some brothers that needed to throw some hands and get some stuff done. And that's okay for some people out here because it's us. It's certain people from the States that's coming, cleaning that mess up. But good question.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe they need, that energy that, we don't put up with that stuff out here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they need our energy. Like, that's it. Like, because the Gambians, like I said, they're very subservient. They're colonized. They're just like, we need you. It's like, girl. And we like, girl, if you don't bash this over the head and think about having it later, that's how we coming out here.
I am so happy to have the two of y'all on at the same time. And like I said, Art, Danae, we met because of you. You brought us together. And I must say, I think I mentioned this before. Like I said, I flew down to San Diego, and I ended up meeting with Melvin and Danae in person. And we only knew each other through social media. But when I pulled up at the park, and I parked my rental car, and then I looked back and I saw Danae. It was just energy. Like, I know you just did the Color Purple reference, but we were like Color Purple, like,
I don't know if that's me or you guys.
Yes, we did. So I'm so happy I have y'all both here because if I did not have y'all live tonight, I wanted to talk about our brother Kenneth Walker. And Kenneth Walker, he was the hero, the Asafo, and he defended the life of his queen, Breonna Taylor, down in Louisville, Kentucky. And I was going to talk about tonight the importance of having a protector, the right brother there. You know, he fought and defended her. And that's why it's so important for us to contribute to his legal fund to bring this brother home. And shout out to everybody who has shared, contributed. Danae, I know I saw your name up there, you and brother Melvin. Having the two of y'all here, I'm a single woman, you know, I'm still available for my protector, my brother to come to me. What advice do you have for us single sisters who are doing everything right, who are on code, and we are waiting for our protector, our provider, our alpha brother? What can you share with us tonight? You know, and shout out to brother Kenneth Walker, okay? We are here supporting you, brother.
Okay. That's a good question. What can I say? I think what's going to be difficult for most people is that there isn't the ability to, like, you know, meet with each other in person, you know, because of the social distancing and things are closing. So I think that adds a little level of barriers. But I think as women like you and I think the most important thing is just to continue doing what you've been doing. You know what I mean? You're going to attract the right type of man is going to come to you in that, you know, at that right time. I think a lot of times, like even with, how can I say this, with our generation or whatever, it's, sorry, I'm walking inside the house. You know, there's not a lot of men that are willing to step up to the plate when it comes to that. So like for you, Taisha, I think it's just best for you and other women who are like you and I just to stay on that path that we're on. You know what I mean? And then the right man will see that in you. And if he has the confidence in himself to kind of step to you in that, he'll do that. Because that's what happened, you know, with Melvin and I. You know the story. We just happened to be working towards the same goal at the time. You know what I mean? We both were about reparations and empowerment and things, and we just happened to be in that same group. And that's how, you know, it ended up being where just like minds ended up connecting. You know what I mean? So I think for you, Taisha, you have a big platform. I'm shocked you're not having tons of men in your DMs. Like, that's like, you know.
No. You said exactly right, Danae. You said exactly right. Like, I found, right, you know, even just doing ancestral work and working with the elders and working from an African-centered context, from nature perspective, we're very impatient as humans. We're so impatient. We're so doggone impatient. And what we don't see is our ancestors and the universe, that life is rearranging things for us. We just can't see it. And so we're one of those people that keep opening the microwave and the oven as the cake is baking. It's like, girl, leave the door closed. You know, it's like we have a sense of not really trusting that it's going to happen. And that's a repulsive energy that pushes love away. It's like, oh, I hope it's going to happen, instead of a knowing. This is 2020. We need to be in a place of knowing, not wondering. Because if you wonder, you know, when you have somebody that try to attack you, you wonder where your gun is, or do you know where your gun is, Taisha? You see, you gotta know you can protect yourself. But going out into the dating scene or in life and having an energy as if love and companionship is this thing, elusive thing that's running away from us, well, then that is what life is going to show you. But when you have an energy that I know I'm doing what's right and I'm excited about it, you know you're getting closer and closer to it every day. That's a different energy. But no one I see is being accountable for the energy they're bringing to their love experience, because that's going to create your love experience ultimately. But you're actually doing the right thing. You just open up the microwave while your popcorn popping, and you got a deflated bag, girl. Let the thing pop a little bit.
All right, that's what I'm waiting for.
You got 2 more minutes. You got 2 more minutes.
I'm ready for the Taisha and David Banner wedding. I'm claiming for you.
Speaking on it, there we go. I did the hard part.
But when she attracts her king, no. But see, I do take issue with people saying they did everything right. I'll say Taisha maybe. That's my baby. Like she don't do no wrong with me. You know, if I was a man, hell, I'd marry her. But I just see, like, first of all, don't think that nothing's wrong with you and that there's no space for improvement. But also that energy as if you don't know. It's like we have an energy in the West, like we don't know if love gonna happen to us. It's like, you know, you're gonna take a dump, don't you? That's nature. You need to have the same confidence in nature and your ancestors to bring you into the divine masculine in balance and harmony like the divine feminine. That's just nature. You need to have more trust in that in your ancestors. That's what I can tell you, because it's happening. You already doing it.
Yeah, that's right. It's so funny because when I met with you, Taisha, like you just have like this, your energy is so welcoming and it's so comforting. So I know that you will meet, like she said, it's all about the energy. I know, you know, how do I say this? When I finished school, grad school, I just had it in my head. I knew, I was like, there's just no way. I can't see myself just being single for the rest of my life. Like, I know it's going to happen. I don't know who it's going to be with, but I know, like, I'm not about this life. This single life is over. So I know with you, Taisha, and your intelligence and your warmth and your energy and everything about you, there's just no doubt in my mind that you won't meet your king. You know what I mean? I actually wanted to hook you up with my cousin.
It's gonna blow you away anyway, because I can tell this girl right now, look, girl, I got a couple of people for you. One thing I will say, matchmaking here will be 10 times easier, to be honest with you, than it ever was in the West. It's a different context here. It's no conversation. It's not, you don't date here. It's marriage only. So you can have a husband, literally a signed husband. You got protector, you got provider, you got everything in place, because that's just the natural mindset here. So we the ones that jacked up. So I can tell you right now, like, girl, honestly, that's a non-factor here, but you're gonna have to probably get out of your way a little bit, because we have to come through our programming to accept sometimes the beautiful things. This is not like how we've been shown in the West. So out here, you know, it's a more pure context and traditional context. But I think that it's space for you to consider what's happening out here. Like, just get excited about it, girl.
Yeah, I think that's where, like, all,
and it's a lot of tall women out here too.
Okay.
It's a tall,
I'm 5'10".
like, man,
I'm 5'10" now.
They tall too.
Yeah, you are pretty tall. I didn't realize how tall you were.
They tall.
That felt good because I'm tall too. We're the same height. I was like, oh, another tall friend, you know?
I'm so happy. And I shared this to show everybody, this is what you get in the womb school. Go to the womb school on Facebook. This is the sacred sisterhood that Art Cathey created for us to be around like minds. As you saw, my sisters just built me up. They didn't tear me down. They didn't give me wrong information. Like, you know, girl, go out here and start your OnlyFans and do this. No, they're telling me things that I need to do and things to look forward to and building me up. This is what you get. So if you're not, you know, a member of the womb school on Facebook, I'm going to type it in. This is what you put into the search on Facebook. You need to join, because these are your sisters. We are your sisters, and we build each other up. We encourage each other, and we're not a sisterhood of failures, not a cult, but you know, I want to say thank you for your work and your book. You've taught us everything from healthy relationships, eating healthy. And I'm going to share this real quick. Danae, I got you on there. I'm pretty sure that Brother Melvin can hear me. I don't know why I keep calling him Marvin. Brother Melvin can hear me. But like I said, I parked my car and then I rode around San Diego with Melvin and Danae. So we have pulled up at a vegan spot. And so I'm in the back seat, you know, we park, And just like, out of muscle memory, I just hopped out the car. And so I'm just outside the car. Danae is still in the car. Melvin, what he does is he exits the vehicle. He ensures the area is safe. Then he comes over and opens Danae's door when it is safe. And she hops out. Well, I'm like, she don't hop out. She steps out elegantly in her queendom. And she tells him, thank you. I think you gave him a peck. And I'm like, I'm standing before my eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is real. She didn't have to demand it. They didn't argue on the way. It was just so peaceful. And Melvin and Danae, they accepted.
He did all of that.
Yes, he did. And let me tell you, so I was so shocked when we left and we were getting into the car. Melvin opened up both of our doors, like Danae does not touch door handles. Danae does not do it. She is in her feminine grace. Melvin is in his masculine element. There's no competition. They are perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced.
Very true. I would say this, I had to do some deprogramming myself when we talk about deprogramming, because you may not even realize that you might be holding on to some of the feminine stuff. It's just there. It's not something that you want to hold on to, but if you live being single.
I told Danae before she met Melvin.
She kind of froze.
I'm sorry, Art, your mic had froze, but what I just
froze a little bit.
Yeah, it froze. But it's the perfect balance. You and Melvin are.
Can we hear Danae?
And I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? You can hear me still, I'm sure, right?
What did you say?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What did you say a minute ago?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna give her a minute because it's lagging, it's behind. But Art, yes, oh my gosh, let me tell you, like, I saw a meme on Facebook one time and it said, being with the right person will have.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now, yes.
Okay.
Okay. But the right person will have.
I don't even remember, girl.
The right person will have you saving money, losing weight, and living your best life. And Danae, when you and Melvin got together, we saw y'all at the gym. We saw y'all cooking at home, having like gourmet meals at home, just really happy. So I just want to say thank you to you and Melvin. Happy birthday, brother, for being that example for us. Like, I shared a video today about Mary Turner and her tragic story here in Georgia, how she stood up for her husband after he was lynched, and she stood up for him. And that just shows the importance of the Black man and the Black woman. We are a united front. So I just want to say thank you for instilling that into me and helping me deprogram and do that detox from the poisonous culture, the savages, and what they want us to do to keep us divided. So I just want to say again that ties in with Walker and Breonna Taylor United Front. He stood up for her, and I salute all brothers who are protectors, our vanguard. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad. That's our hope. We hope just to be an influence for other people and to show that Black love exists. As long as two people understand that we are each other's best survival, no one else is going to come to our rescue. We're all we got. This pandemic, we were just talking about it. This pandemic has really strengthen our relationship. I don't know what I would do if he wasn't here with me. He doesn't know what he would do if he was, So it's like, I think, Art, you said it in one of your posts. You said something, we were talking about this on our walk. You said, if your man, I'm just paraphrasing, but you said, if your man has not come through for you during this pandemic, you're still single. And that's so true. There's so many women out here that I'm sure who had a lot of buddies. And this pandemic really shows you if who your true friends are, if your relationship is going to last the test of time, how strong your relationship is, and it's definitely, this has definitely been like a trial and a test for sure. So yeah. So hold on strong. One thing I want to say about the womb school, and for everybody to know in the chat, none of us we've met each other online. This is a friendship and a bond that was created through Facebook. Art's all the way in Africa. You're in Georgia. I'm in California. Like you know what I mean? It's not like we've grown up together. We just met each other on. So that's what the womb school has done for everybody. Did she go away?
No. Okay. We'll get her back. We'll get her back. I'll send her email.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that the signal over there is a little lagging, and people were giving us alerts in the comments that it was lagging. So thank you so much. But I thank everybody for holding on, because to have all of us together like this is amazing. And like I said, we just had to bring her on here. I talked about her before. We make our posts, like it's a solid community, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who is about Black empowerment. Shout out to the Black Authority, Professor Black Truth, to Speak My Sheep, everybody who has really made this platform for us to connect, and it's not superficial. I've been in organizations and groups where we're kind of just forced to be together. I'm like, I really don't care about you. I'm just trying to do something else. But here we all have a common goal. And the fact of the matter is that we just love us, and we're celebrating us, and we want to see each other lifted. And I'm just so happy that we connect. And like I said, you and Melvin drove 2 hours, from LA down to San Diego just to catch me on this one day. And we had the time of our life. Okay, Art is back. Let's get her. There she is. Art is back. But yes, this was just amazing. Like,
y'all better wrap this up.
I know it's like 9:00 at night, and I still have to watch Malcolm X movie. But I just want to say thank you, Art. Your book is here, An Intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Wound Cleansing. There will be a link to find her book on Amazon. If not, just go ahead and type in the comments, or send her a Facebook message, or just a comment on something. You will have it, and I will post it once we conclude this video. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who's here. Thank you, Art, for really making me into this woman. Yes, I'm finally living in my truth, and it's because of you. And it's not a lie. Like, forget feelings. I'm living in fact. And fact is I am a Black woman. I'm here for the betterment of the Black family. I'm here for Black empowerment. I love my brothers and the Black child, and I'm here for us. So thank you. And that's pretty much it before I start crying.
Oh. Yes, Art, we do. Oh, I mean, without you in the womb school, I mean, you put me on my healing journey of just, herbal supplements, detoxing, femininity, just being able to balance both, being a working woman and being feminine. And you really have been, like, I definitely would say you've been very instrumental in my life and in changing, who I am, changing my thought process and everything. And so
I'm sorry. Don't you start.
I give it to you.
They almost got that off.
Yeah. No, you are. You're such an inspiration, and like I admire your story. Like you have an amazing story. Like you really, really do. From just starting your business, from when you were a flight attendant, everything. Like your story is amazing. So I just like to see your growth and how now you're on the continent, and now you're making moves over. Such a mover and a shaker, and I'm like, man, like Art is doing big things. So I just love seeing you do your thing. So
to wrap this up, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in for this live. Everybody who has tuned in for the rebroadcast, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who contributed with a super chat. Thank you so much. Art just tuned out again, but we'll be okay. You can definitely find her on her YouTube channel, Art Cathey on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can find her. Danae, let everybody know where they can find you and all the great recipes and just the truth that you and Brother Melvin are bringing to us as far as Black love and how real it is. So where can everybody find you?
I'll be on the lookout looking for a nice king for you. Because me and Melvin are always talking about who can we hook Taisha up with. There's so many, so we'll be. And also, I just want to say, look out for we're building our podcast, Intelligent Black Love. So look out for that. We'll be putting links in for that, and we would love to have you on and interview you about just your whole success and everything you're doing on YouTube. So just you're doing great things too. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And like I said, you have all of our contact information. Make sure you reach out. And tomorrow you will see me and Lasanya McDonald here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about the reset button and her amazing story. So if you were inspired tonight, you'll get more of this on Art Cathey's channel, The Intelligent Black Love with Danae and Melvin, and also tomorrow with me and Lasanya. So thank you so much. If you have any questions about, here's Art. She's back. Get her on here real quick, okay? Art, there you go. So yes,
girl,
wrapping everything up on how to find us. If I missed out on anything, how can the family find you and connect with you and find out more about repatriating back to Gambia? Did you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did it work? Did it work?
Yeah. Go to artcatheyhills.com. Yeah. Go to artcatheyhills.com, or you can send me an email at artcathey@gmail if they want to get in touch, or go to IG at Ancestral Arranged Match as well. Did y'all hear that?
Yes, we heard it.
Yeah, we heard it.
Yes, you're here.
Did y'all hear me?
Just want to shout out to the ancestor Malcolm X. Today was his born day, and what was it? I think 7 years before that, we had the incident here in Valdosta, Georgia, with Hazel and Mary Turner. So, be proud of our history, be proud of our plight and how we're still here. They tried to wipe us out. We're still here. We're thriving. And we are the Black women that you will not see on mainstream TV, but we are here. And so I just want to let you know that you can aspire to be greater, connect with your sisters, join the womb school, just be at your best. And I want to say I love you to Karis, Danae, Lasanya, Art, the rest of our sisters, our brothers, because we are family. I love you, and that's all I got to say.
I love you, ma'am.
Yes, we have everybody here. Kareem, Solo Dolo, thank you for the super chat. We just had so many people come through and support. So all of our super chats tonight will go towards arts projects to, build for us in Gambia. So thank you for contributing. And we definitely have a home over there. We're building it up. So thank you for what you're doing. Your solid place to live. We have jobs. So thank you. And that's pretty much it. I want to say to everybody,
I got you, girl. Y'all need somewhere to stay. We got y'all, girl. I got my passport. I got the too.
I'm coming, and I need you to help me upgrade my entire wardrobe, because if I'm gonna attract this king, I need
you got a $20 bill. You just bring 2 crisp $20 bills, baby. I can do the rest. That's all it costs. $20.
Looking forward to it. So I want to say good night to everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, sharing our message. Connect with us on our other social media platforms. Purchase our books. I have my self-defense brand, Timonics.shop, or CatheyHeals.com. Everything, just reach out to us. We are your sisters. We love you, and we are great people doing great things. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say good night and end the podcast before it's midnight, okay? Love y'all.
Talk to you ladies later.
Bye-bye. And I just ended it, so thank you so much.